News9 Live, I'm Shweta Kothari. We are tracking Mandate 2024 to begin with. The BJP has now called the meetings of all of its MPs and chief ministers of the NDA in the national capital. Today, the meeting is being held after NDA members take the claim to form the government. And of course, those discussions on when the swearing in will happen are likely to take place today. The initial estimates are suggesting that the swearing-in ceremony of the Prime Minister and the NDA Cabinet Minister could take place on 8th of June. And the US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller has commented on India being the largest democracy. He said and congratulated, of course, Indian government, voters and poll workers for successfully conducting 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He also added that the US will continue to closely work with Narendra Modi government on several issues. And after the BJP-led NDA victory in the Lok Sabha general elections 2024, several world leaders have now congratulated Prime Minister Modi on his win. US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, French President Emmanuel Macron and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni were among dozens of world leaders who extended warm wishes to Prime Minister Modi. Now, congratulations to Prime Minister Modi and the National Democratic Alliance for their victory and the nearly 650 million voters on this historic election. The friendship between our nations is only growing as we unlock a shared future of unlimited potential. That, of course, was Joe Biden, the US President. And he also said that today I spoke to Narendra Modi and congratulated him on his election victory. The UK and India share the closest of friendships, and together that friendship will continue to thrive. That statement came in from Rishi Sunak, the UK Prime Minister. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also said that he extends warmest wishes to Prime Minister Modi on being re-elected for a third consecutive term. May the friendship between India and Israel continue to surge towards new heights. He also wrote Badhai Ho in English. Emmanuel Macron said that India has conducted world's largest elections and he congratulated Modi, called him his dear friend. Together, he said, we will continue strengthening the strategic partnership that unites India and France. And the Italian PM, who was also a part of a lot of meme fets out there on social media, congratulated Modi. She said that I'm certain that we will continue to work together to strengthen the friendship that unites India and Italy and to consolidate cooperation on various issues that connect us for the well-being of our nations and our people. And Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor, also congratulated Prime Minister on his victory. He said, we will continue our cooperation to deepen Indo-German relations as well as cooperation on international and global issues. I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, that is Prime Minister Modi, of course, thanking Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Modi thanking Putin. He said, and I quote, we underline our shared commitment to further strengthen Indian-Russian special and privileged strategic partnership. Prime Minister also started thanking the global leaders, including Putin, for congratulating him for forming the government yet again. And President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, also said that she congratulates people of India as well as Modi. As the EU moves into its own elections, we celebrate the voice of people in our democracies, the two biggest in the world. And as she said, and I quote, I look forward to continued fruitful partnership between the EU and India. Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe said, "I extend my warmest felicitation to a BJP-led NDA on its victory, demonstrating the confidence of Indian people in the progress and prosperity under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi." He said, as the closest neighbour, Sri Lanka looks forward to further strengthening partnership with India. And sharing Tokwe, Bhutan PM said he congratulates his friend PM Modi ji and NDA for historic third consecutive win in the world's biggest elections. As he continues to lead Bharat to great heights, I look forward to working closely with him to further strengthening the relationship between the two countries. And as Prime Minister Modi prepares for a third term as the Prime Minister of India, the compulsions of coalition government are going to be the first hurdles he will have to cross. Remember, BJP fell short of the majority mark of 272, which has forced it to rely heavily on alliance partners, particularly TDP and the JDU. Now, with 12 key seats in the kitty, Nitish Kumar's JDU is all set to negotiate plump portfolios in the cabinet, including that of the coveted railway ministry, sources are now saying. Now, JDU reportedly could also demand 4 to 5 cabinet berths. Nitish Kumar attended the NDA meeting in the national capital on Wednesday, hours after sharing a flight with RJD's Tejashwi Yadav, who is a part of the rival camp. It is learned that JDU's support will come at a price for the BJP as it eyes, as I mentioned, Railways Ministry, but also Rural Development and Jal Shakti ministries. Other choices could be transport and agriculture. All right, that of course is Nitish Kumar's JDU eyeing at least 3 to 4 ministries. He will be bargaining and negotiating hard with the ruling NDA government, eyeing some positions. Sources are saying it could be Railways Ministry, Rural Development, Jal Shakti, could also be Transport and Rural Ministries. And Prime Minister Modi chaired a meeting of the BJP-led NDA parties on Wednesday to chalk out the details of the government formation. This was attended by alliance partners including TDP President N. Chandrababu Naidu, Janata Dal Supremo and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, JDS leader H.D. Kumarasamy, Shiv Sena head and Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, as well as Lok Jan Shakti Party Chief Chirag Paswan. With 5 seats in its kitty, Chirag Paswan-led party is expected to ask for at least 1 cabinet and 2 MOS posts for its MPs, including country's youngest MP Shambhavi Chaudhary, who won from Bihar's Samastipur. However, the LJP has not yet spelled out its demands officially. And with the BJP falling now or failing to secure a majority of its own in the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections, all eyes are going to be on the next cabinet of the NDA or the new National Democratic Alliance government at the centre. According to reports, Karnataka's JDS chief H.D. Kumarasamy is also eyeing the agriculture portfolio. Kumarasamy was part of the NDA meeting that took place in national capital on Wednesday evening. Now, while Narendra Modi will be sworn in as the Prime Minister for the third consecutive time on 8th of June, it remains to be seen whether Kumarasamy will also take the oath as a cabinet minister. Speaking to reporters, Kumarasamy dismissed reports of rumours saying that in the meeting, and I quote, "In the meeting, we resolved to remain united. The cabinet issue was not discussed. I have no demand as such. It is all but rumours." However, he added that the agriculture portfolio is ideal for the JDS, which wants to be addressed, and they want to in fact address agrarian issues in the country. Let's It's not the JDS, remember, it's the Telugu Desam Party, which is the biggest constituent of National Democratic Alliance or NDA after BJP, and has drafted a list of demands including that of the Speaker, 6 berths in the Council of Ministers and special status for Andhra Pradesh. In its previous stint with NDA during the Vajpayee era too, TDP had asked for the post of Speaker. All right, remember, TDP has now, we're given to understand, asked for at least 6 ministerial posts, including the post of Speaker. They are the biggest supporter of NDA, constitutes the biggest number of MPs after BJP in the NDA coalition. And TDP is said to have put out a list of its demand for NDA. The demands will include a special status for Andhra, as well as the Speaker's position, the post of Speaker. All right, so alliance partners are of course playing up their own game. TDP is eyeing about 5 to 6 portfolios. JDS is also eyeing at least 1 portfolio. We now know that JDU is eyeing at least 3 to 4 portfolios. It's going to be a difficult run for the NDA to accommodate all these demands of regional parties which are currently responsible for the NDA coalition government, to actually be able to go way past the majority mark of 272 at least 294. So all regional parties, including TDP, JDU, putting out a list of demands right ahead of that swearing-in ceremony, which is slated to take place on 8th, which is day after tomorrow. And all of them eyeing plum positions for, remember, BJP this time around has not been able to successfully cross that magic figure of 272. It is relying on alliance partners. The reliance on alliance partners, of course, is going to be greater this time around for the government. And in the recent Lok Sabha elections, the BJP also secured a significant portion of India's urban votes while facing decline in both rural and semi-urban areas. Now, BJP-led NDA is poised for a 3rd term, but with a reduction or a reduced lead over the opposition. Opposition members are going to be more when it comes to the overall make and form of Lok Sabha of 2024. A key factor which contributed to this loss in NDA's or BJP's tally was weaker support in rural India and semi-urban India, which were previously strongholds of the NDA. Now, in urban areas, the BJP garnered about 40.1% of the votes, while the Congress received about 21.4% votes. However, the BJP share declined outside of urban area, receiving 36.6% in semi-urban and 35% in rural areas. The Congress saw, in fact, an increase in semi-urban support at 23.8%, but a lower share in rural areas at 17.6%. All in all, hinting that this was an anti-incumbency vote, may not have been in favor of the Congress party, but was definitely against the ruling NDA. Now, this marks a reversal from 2019, when the BJP had about 39.5% of the vote share in rural area and about 36.8% in semi-urban, 33.6% in urban areas. In contrast, the Congress had about 17.1% of rural votes, 20.2% in semi-urban India and 22.2% in urban areas 5 years ago in 2019. Parties like SP, RJD and JDU received significant support in rural areas. Analysis now shows that Shiv Sena, Aam Aadmi Party, NCP, DMK, CPM have together received over 20% votes from urban area. Meanwhile, SP, BSP, RJD, BJD and JDU garnered more than half of their votes from rural areas. So it's the rural and semi-urban areas which have voted out NDA government or which have not voted for NDA government in as many numbers. But NDA government, of course, all slated to now come back for its third consecutive term. And continue bringing you all those updates of Lok Sabha elections 2024 after this very short break.
One of southern India's largest cities is facing a water crisis in Mangaluru.
Water is constantly not coming.
From the past 2 months, we are not having some water also.
The citizens deserve water security at the very least.
We are going office without bath.
The acute water shortage really leading to citizens resorting to use of even private water tankers in multiple areas.
This and more. Streaming on News9 plus news is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
For the very first time in our investigation, we unmasked the killer of Ravindra Matre.
In 5G, we have to stand with the world, and in 6G, we have to lead the world.
Winning a Grammy was an absolutely surreal experience.
He turned pro in 1993, possibly.
I had a lot of pressure being Singh's son.
You got to understand the pluses and the minuses of an individual.
Progress equals to success.
World premiere on the 8th of June, only on News9 Live.
Odisha's outgoing Chief Minister and Biju Janata Dal Chief Naveen Patnaik has now reacted to his party's loss in the recent assembly elections for the first time. Patnaik stated that BJD should not be ashamed of its 24-year rule. Now, addressing his party workers, Patnaik noted that when he first became the Chief Minister, 70% of Odisha was below poverty line or BPL line. Today, that number is down to only 10%. The BJD, remember, formed the government in 1997 and has been in power since 1997, ruling for almost 27 years now. However, in the recent state assembly polls, the Bharatiya Janata Dal Party, BJP, broke into Patnaik's streak of victories. The BJP won 78 out of 147 assembly seats and secured 20 of the 21 Lok Sabha seats in Odisha. Now, BJP is now set to form the state government for the very first time in at least 27 years.
तो जानते हैं जब मैं पहले मुख्यमंत्री बना 70% 70% उड़ीसा के लोग पॉवर्टी लाइन के नीचे थे, अब 10% ही नए हमारा हर प्रोग्राम हेल्थ हो, एजुकेशन हो, इरिगेशन हो, एग्रीकल्चर हो, महिला मानव के लिए सब कुछ हमने छुआ है और सुंदर काम करा है।
That is, of course, Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik's first reaction. Remember, he's also submitted his now resignation to Governor Raghubar Das, marking the end of his 24-year rule. The Bharatiya Janata Party defeated Biju Janata Dal in the recent assembly polls. Speculation is now rife about who will be the next Chief Minister of Odisha. Now, State BJP President Manmohan Samal and the party's parliamentary board will decide on the Chief Minister in the next 1 to 2 days. Prime Minister Modi announced that the oath-taking ceremony for the new Chief Minister will be held on 10th of June. So perhaps the mystery will soon be over. Meanwhile, State BJP President Manmohan Samal mentioned that the Chief Minister candidate will be an Odian son or a daughter who upholds the state's culture and tradition. Several names are being considered for the top post. Former Union Tribal Minister Jual Ornam, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, BJP's National Spokesperson Sambit Patra and party's National Vice President are also in the race. However, all four have been elected as MPs. Remember, all four have been elected as MPs in the current Lok Sabha elections. Now, the person who's played a crucial role in NDA's victory is Pawan Kalyan. The actor turned politician's Jan Sena ensured that votes are consolidated for TDP in many areas where it was a tough fight against YSRCP. Now, of course, we're trying to decode what led to the party consolidating its vote and how NDA's victory was ensured in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Take a look.
His name was more than enough for a film to make 100 crores. And now his name can also give a 100% mandate in election. He is power star Pawan Kalyan. His Jan Sena party contested 21 assembly seats and 2 Lok Sabha seats and won both, making it clear that his charisma is beyond the silver screen. Pawan Kalyan has managed to do what none in his family of superstars have done before, taking that stardom to the political arena with conviction. And it was his conviction that helped ensure the NDA victory in Andhra Pradesh. How did Pawan Kalyan save the NDA? News 9 Plus decodes. Pawan Kalyan is a member of an celebrated film family. He is the uncle of RRR star Ramcharan Teja and the younger brother of mega star Chiranjeevi. Born as Konidela Kalyan Babu, he made his acting debut with the 1996 film Akkada Ammaya Ikkada Abaya. In 2001, he delivered Khushi, a blockbuster that cemented his status as a superstar. From action-packed hits like Gabbar Singh to critically acclaimed roles in Atarin Tikki Dare Di, he has had a phenomenal career. Pawan's unique style, powerful screen presence and a versatile acting has made him a household name. But how did he outshine his elder brother Chiranjeevi? Chiranjeevi also ventured into politics, starting his own party, the Praja Rajyam Party. But it soon fizzled out. While Chiranjeevi's political career didn't quite take off, Pawan Kalyan's relentless pursuit and clear vision set him apart. How has Pawan Kalyan's journey in politics been so far? In 2008, he took a bold step into politics and stayed relevant by siding with the BJP. In 2014, he formed the Jan Sena party but didn't contest the election that year. In 2019, his party faced a tough battle, securing only a limited number of votes. But 5 years later, he returned to politics with fiery speeches, energetic rallies, and a heartfelt connection with the masses. And now, a decade after forming his party, he's finally hitting 100% strike rate in both Assembly and Lok Sabha election. Among his voters, he's seen as a larger-than-life image, and many see him as a beacon of hope. Pawan Kalyan's political career is marked by significant moves and bold actions. For instance, he visited the TDP leader Chandrababu Naidu in jail twice, showcasing his solidarity in strategic alliances. These visits were pivotal in strengthening the ties between the JSP and the TDP, demonstrating his commitment to coalition politics. Additionally, Pawan Kalyan has been vocal and active in protesting against the ruling YSRCP, often leading demonstration and voicing the concern of the people. So what has been Pawan Kalyan's role in the NDA victory? In September 2023, as Pawan Kalyan walked out of the Raja Mahadevaran Central Prison with Chandrababu Naidu's son Nara Lokesh after meeting his father and showing him support, he had set the tone for the 2024 election. In March this year, Pawan Kalyan played a very crucial role in stitching together a coalition between the BJP, TDP and JSP. He has been travelling to Delhi, meeting Amit Shah for taking this alliance seriously. In the end, the alliance was a masterstroke. With Pawan Kalyan at the helm, the coalition turned out to be a significant force in the election, prevented the vote erosion and helped the NDA triumph. Getting Naidu and Modi together showcased Pawan Kalyan's political acumen and ability to bring together diverse political entities for a common cause. So what's next for Pawan Kalyan? With such a stellar track record, the question on everyone's mind is, what's next for this power star Pawan Kalyan? Will he aim for a significant straight role, leveraging his popularity and influence to bring about local changes? Or does he have his eyes set central role where he can impact national policies and reform. Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Pawan Kalyan's journey is far from over and his ambitions continue to soar.
Pawan Kalyan's journey is far from over. His ambitions continue to soar. Whether he will continue with acting or will be eyeing for a plum position again at the centre, of course, time will tell. But his journey, of course, far from over. That's the word coming in. And with that, it's time for a wrap-up on the show. We'll be back with more stories on the other side. Keep watching News9 Live.
He turned pro in 1993 possibly.
I had a lot of pressure being Milkha Singh's son.
You got to understand the pluses and the minuses of an individual.
Progress equals to success.
World premiere on the 8th of June, only on News9 Live.
जानना है तो देखिए, समझना है तो सुनिए, सीखना है तो पूछिए और कमाना है तो खरीदिए। जानकारी, सलाह और निवेश सब एक ही सुपर ऐप पर। पैसे का सवाल है तो जवाब है Money9। आजादी पैसे की, अभी डाउनलोड करें।
Why is the state not looking at putting an embargo on that?
As a Telangana person, I will not accept.
How do ordinary folks deal with this? $20,000 people dead and counting. What's happening in the United States of America is unprecedented. You will have to pay for this.
He turned pro in 1993 possibly.
I had a lot of pressure being Milkha Singh's son.
You got to understand the pluses and the minuses of an individual.
Progress equals to success.
World premiere on the 8th of June, only on News9 Live.
Start with the end in mind. You need to know where you want to reach. Every morning that we wake up, we are exercising our choice. The destiny is decided. The results are known that I'm going to win. Life of a goalkeeper is something which has always intrigued me. When you come into a stadium, this is the highest level of pressure. When I set out to do something, I decide in my mind that failure is not an option.
What you feel very strongly about, those are the stories to tell.
I have a mind which is absolutely restless.
Mind and body are entangled sensations.
That brings me back to golf. It's an amazing game.
This is not a perfect game. You only learn from them.
If you have a formula to a success, then you can replicate it.
I feel this is my first step. I'm starting now.
The winner is first born in the mind. I think, therefore I am. We are all about our mind.
World premiere every Saturday on News9 Live at 9 p.m.
How do you fulfill that promise? Because ultimately expectations have to be met. If you look at the political landscape, is it really changing for women? And what is the inability of the forces that dead bodies surface but not the living people? For the very first time in our investigation, we unmasked the killer of Ravindra Matre.
In 5G